Mr. Penguin, are you there, my good sir?
I am indeed here, Mr. Extremes.
Yeah, well, that's good to hear. Good to hear. Seas greetings to everybody. Welcome to VS Masters Round 4. I'm Extremes, and with me is Penguin, and of course you can tell that because it says it on the overlay, it says it on the video title, it says it probably everywhere, so I don't know why I'm saying it, but I'm saying it anyway.
Yeah, it's great to be here, and I mean, I've been off work since, Tuesday evening? Haven't been back to work. I took a nice long weekend, and tomorrow's my first day back, and I thought, well, if I'm going to go back to work, I may as well enjoy some Counter-Strike by doing so as well, huh?
I just got my first ever negative comment on music on this stream. I didn't know people didn't like rock music.
Really?
Yeah, jeez, dude.
How
What
dare
the hell? What the hell?
It's not like you're playing Nickelback or anything.
It was Nickelback. No, it definitely wasn't Nickelback. Sorry, guys, we're just waiting for the players to resolve some kind of, I guess, discussion they're having about whether coaches are allowed to be on the server or not. I was under the impression they were, but I guess not.
Yeah, I'm not too sure exactly what the rules state with regards to coaches, but nevertheless, I'm pretty sure that the players will be resolving them soon. I also think Alpha is possibly trying to sort out something with his ping. I mean, if I look at it, he seems to be spiking quite a bit, but he's also now disappeared. So who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I'm zoning out slightly because I was just at the Elite Pro LAN yesterday and the day before in Nelspruit, and if anybody knows where that is, it's about 5 hours away from Joburg in the rain. So, long trip back this morning.
It's about 5 hours from anywhere.
About 5 hours from anywhere. It was a great event, though. Had a lot of fun with it. But yeah, said yes to casting, even though I was up until 12:30 last night / this morning, I guess, doing the final of that one because I went into double OT.
Well, that's fantastic. At least it wasn't triple OTs for games that made absolutely no sense, right?
Indeed. Well, just trying to figure out, of course, the overlays with the VS logo and what as well. It's kind of hard to find a place to put it because of the format. So I do apologize if you guys feel that it's in the way. I'll try to move it somewhere else. I'm thinking where the crosshair is, but I gather people might not like that.
Maybe it is just one giant crosshair.
It is. It's just like that. But yeah,
it looks like the players are doing at least the Vita and everything at the moment. So it looks like Big Five have actually got rid of Overpass, and Online Kingdom have got rid of Inferno. Big Five chose Train, and so we're going to be seeing Train as likely as the first map, with Online Kingdom then picking Cobblestone. Pretty awesome game. So yeah, looking forward to this best of 3 that we have.
Oh no! Now you guys get to see how terrible I am at CS. Look at that rank. This is bad, guys. This is bad.
Yeah, just the server being shut down, obviously, while they're busy resolving and getting a new server and everything up and running with the first map. But I mean, let's just run through the lineup so far for this game. So we've got Big Five, who's got Lighters, Convict, Spartan, Blaze, and from the looks of it, Zero Chance, who's mentioned as a reserve for the side on the Masters website. He's obviously subbing in for custom tonight. And looking at their results, I mean, the only loss that they've had in the last 3 games has been to Goliath, and that was a heavy 2-0 loss. But I mean, they have beat Sentry Gaming 2-0. It's the game that we covered a little while ago. And then obviously they beat XTC 2-1. So we're really looking forward to the Big Five side. I mean, they've got some big hitters. I mean, Convict can show up on his day, Zero Chance as well, and Lighters also. All very, very strong players for this Big Five side.
Absolutely. Good summary there as well. I think we're just into the server, so let's try switch back to that. It'll take a minute for everybody to show up, unfortunately. But we'll do what we can do. As you were saying, it is actually, what's interesting about this, I think, going into this particular season is people wouldn't have thought of Big Five as the team that's necessarily going to be challenged by an Online Kingdom, but Online Kingdom doing super well this season.
Yeah, I mean, the likes for this game, at least, there's, by the look of things, it's Alpha, Cranky, Somber, where is it, LNG, and Daru. So, I mean, it's a pretty strong side that they have. And also, considering the results that they have, they beat Severe CSGO 2-1. They lost to WRG 2-1 as well, which is a very close game. And then they also beat Sentry 2-0. So, I mean, it's a side that is looking pretty strong at this point in time. And considering the loss to WRG, who actually has a really strong side, I'm not too worried about it. I think they're really going to be able to put Big Five, under the pressure here. And considering that Big Five might be coming into this a little bit of the favorite, though, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well, man. Costed so much CS in the last few weeks. It's all a blur. I'm glad you remember some of the things that have happened before.
Well, you've had how many games over the last little bit? I mean, you did some EU ESEA, which was what, about 4 or 5 games one night, and then it was the Nelspruit event. So you've been quite busy with CS.
Yeah, also early morning Bravado stuff as well. The other night we actually were casting the Bravado stuff that was that morning, but unfortunately there was some kind of Go TV glitch, so both of the demos were wrecked. So we spent a bunch of time re-recording it and then doing it again. So we casted those games and then didn't actually publish them because of some Go TV errors. It made all the players look like their legs were made out of spaghetti. It was kind of weird. So
Mom spaghetti.
Yeah, weird glitching, dude. It was very strange. So we unfortunately couldn't publish that. But yeah, lots of casting. I've cast. This is what, the third time I'm working with you. Done the weekend at the Elite Pro LAN with Prof. Done a bit of ESEA EU with Prof. Casted with Anthrax a couple times in ESEA a couple weeks ago. GMAX. Geez, everybody. I'm supposed to cast with Hayes, I think, this week as well. So I am the Village Bicycle. I keep saying it, and this is the last time I'm saying it. But I'm saying it nonetheless.
Yeah, nevertheless, I mean, it is a lot of CS, but I mean, we've got some really good CS. Considering these two sides and how strong both of these teams have, I mean, they've got some outstanding players that can show up on the individual, and there's some really good team play by both of them. So, I mean, also, Train being one of those maps where team play is really, really important. I mean, the B bomb sites can be very up close and personal, but you can also have those long range fights. So possibly some individual, action would need to be seen here, but also a lot of team play considering how you would need to execute onto both these sites. So really looking forward to how both of these teams are going to be playing here. Mr. Extremes, who do you feel has got a little bit of an advantage going into Train considering these two teams?
Well, two things I'll probably mention here. I'd say if Zero Chances is playing, and the fact that it's Train, it actually might give OK a chance. We saw OK beat Goliath Gaming on Train and also play them into what was a double OT as well on the same map, and that's in the last 2 weeks. So OK should definitely have the ability on the map. And when it comes to Goliath, if they're not playing with all of their constituent parts, then they could have an issue. And it does look like Zero Chance is playing. And take nothing away from him as a player, of course. He is a fantastic player, a legendary in-game leader. But as an individual fragger, he's not as good as custom. So that's going to take a little bit of firepower away from them. So we'll see. This is, of course, VS Gaming Masters. The sound is on because the game is on. It's the pistol round here on Train.
Yeah, we have a look at the side. We've got 4 sets of Kevlar for Big Five. Again, or Team B, as you'll see on the top of your screens, with a Convict who's got a flashbang, and they also had a couple of smokes for an execute on what looks like to be the B bomb side. The bomb is hovering around the top area there. As if you have a look at the side of the CTs, there is a kit and a smoke on Gully, while the rest of the CT side has got Kevlar. So just going to be able to take a few of those body shots from those Glocks. But here we go. We're going to see the execute onto the B bomb site. And a couple of headshots coming in. The bomb is going to go down here by Blaze. Unless Gully can stop it, but he does get a headshot. I'm not going to be stopping it. Blaze just ripping off his head, off of his shoulders as well. Cranky pushing up to the Train here. Ooh, a couple of good shots here by Daro. And Samba also getting a really good shot. It's just Zero Chance on his own. He does get the head of Vidara, so things are looking pretty good here. It's still very winnable for him. He gets taps away and gets Cranky as well. It's now 1v1. Samba has got a kit though, so he can play a little bit. He's also got a smoke. Oh, we spot Zero Chance's head there, and he does get the tap. And that's going to be the first round here for Online Kingdom. Very strong start.
I think you'd be feeling pretty somber if you got shot in that way, of course. I don't think you'd be feeling pretty good about it. I think Samba's Orator actually looking at his profile there, so that was a really nice retake. And I got to say, I saw a lot of Vidara over the weekend. He was playing in Vox / what was it? No You, that was their name actually in the final, because they changed their name for the final for some reason against the Elite Pro team at the Elite Pro 1337 LAN yesterday. Adara was in that team and he was doing some amazing stuff, and I'd hope to see that he'd bring some more of that crazy AWPing. His movement is so sick as well, so really excited to see what he can do here. Fantastic
those nades,
nade.
though, those nades into A main, though, dropping Blaze and Convict right down. So they're not going to be too happy about that. Adara is going to have spotted the two players here. Definitely knows that Convict's around there, and he's going to just spray him down, getting rid of his head. And it's now a 2v5.
What
and
is this by?
Gully with a
Is this a troll?
PP Bison.
It's got to be a troll, right? Come on.
like I don't know what year it is, but seeing a PP Bison, a good old knitting machine or sewing machine, really. Very interesting to say the least.
Ooh.
Zero chance with the deagle. Beautiful shot there onto Adara and A main, taking off his head and bringing it back a little bit. He's going to recover the FAMAS. I mean, if he wants to take it into the next round, make sure he can get quite a bit of utility. But it's not going to happen, as Cranky is going to remove that and any sort of dreams that Zero Chance had of clutching this round.
I just wanted to see the Bison ring out in anger, you know. I wanted that, but we're not going to get it, unfortunately. Cranky rounding it out. Similar name to Crank, so we also saw it Delete Proland. I don't know if you've ever seen the man. He shouts more than any other player I've ever heard. It's glorious. Can't hear yourself, but...
quite a loud man.
He's a loud man. Actually, I confused him and Cranky at one stage, you know, having not met them at that stage, and then when I met Cranks at the Rush event last year at the ESWC qualifier, I was like, okay, this is a big guy. He's not a young guy. I know Cranky's a young guy. Definitely different voice on TeamSpeak, so figured out the difference.
Voice. Yeah, some people sound a lot different over TeamSpeak than what they do over, you know, in person at least. I know that's the impression I got when I
and the drop battle.
In person, but Spartan just dropping down into Pop Dog, removing Alpha's head. So a great start here for Big Five. Spartan picking up a great opening frag here.
Absolutely. Zero Chance still looking pretty dialed in. I said he might be a potential weak link when it comes to fragging. This angle from Gully, though, I really like this. This is quite a bold angle. Convict, meanwhile, really getting himself a kill, but there's the trade from Cranky. Blaze does get Gully, who drops down, and they're going to push up towards Connector, take control of the site. 4v2 in this situation. And for Blaze and Co, they're in a really good situation, but Spartan just overextends a little bit to Orator there.
Yeah, Spartan just completely pushes up a bit too far ahead, I think, as Zomba also gets the shot into Blaze. This is fantastic. It's a 1v2, and both the Big Five players are actually very low, so Zomba does actually have a chance to take this. He does have a kit as well. He's got a grenade as well as a flash, and he's on 2 kills already, so really can't take anything away from him. I'm going to actually jump onto his cam, and he's going to flash out the mains area, but I don't think he's got time to defuse there. He really needs to find the players, but the Big Five playing the holding of the bomb site so well there.
I was getting a bit worried for him there. If he'd gone back for that bomb, for that AK, he might have been in a bit of trouble. But he just takes a little tickle from the bomb, survives. That's actually Orator. That's who it is. His name
is that Orator?
Yeah, his name's Somber there, but I checked his profile. It's actually Orator, so don't worry. We do know who he is. We've casted him before. He's been around, and he's quite a young player. He did have a tough time when we casted Online Kingdom versus Goliath Gaming on this very map. But very talented, and the fact that he's got the rifle gives them a chance now. They are on what's essentially an eco, so Big Five got a big chance here. Lighter spraying away. Nobody dead yet somehow. And as I say that, Zero Chance gets himself a kill. Blaze also jumps in there. Pulls out a nade at the wrong time and goes for the knife. But they are absolutely cleaning up here.
Yep, and Gully may be good, and that CZ might be overpowered, but against a full side of rifles from Big Five, I don't think you're really going to be taking your chances. I think you're just going to want to get an extra frag. Maybe still a Galore or an AK, take it into the next round. Considering that Gully's also got the lowest cash on the side by $50. So maybe helps, gets the team a couple of bars into the next round. But Big Five have been executing onto this, the execute onto B. The previous round was really, really great. And A as well, they execute onto the side. How they're always trading each other. They've always got each other's backs to make sure that none of them actually go down. Because if you're having 2 people firing at you, there's not much you can do. You know, you can't take out both unless you get really, really lucky. Or unless you're incredibly, incredibly talented. So, I mean, taking those kind of shots and executing onto the sites as well as they are just doing wonders for them. And be able to take out those sites early is really, really important.
Yeah. Good work so far from B5. I'd be interested to know whether it's Zero Chance who's calling, perhaps. Lighters is the usual in-game leader, but Zero Chance the coach and probably the greatest in-game leader South Africa's ever had. So I wonder maybe you'd let him. I don't know. We'll have to see. But meanwhile, B5 on a full buy. Not much to deal with here. for Online Kingdom, and very nice timing on that flash. It's a new thing we've been seeing in the last couple months, and he times it to perfection, does Spartan.
Yeah, Convict just absolutely wrecking Adaro's head as well. And Blaze is going to get the bomb down. Again, this is just really great for Big... Oh, I say he's going to get the bomb down. And Crank is just denying him with that pocket AK.
Oh my word, how are they doing this?
Zero chance his head is now taken away as well. And Lighters is just left alive along with Spartan in a 1v2. And Spartan is going to get the bomb down now, surely. And Cranky has been able to recover an AK. He was in a 1v2 clutch a little bit earlier, but this time he does have an AK. And I wonder if he's actually going to be going for it this time.
He decided to run away. I think that was a fake, just to see if somebody was close and maybe fake them out. Time is, of course, of the essence because of the fact that he doesn't have the kit. So got to probe away here, and they're in pretty strong positions as well. They're not really in a position to trade with each other, but they're spread out enough that it's going to waste a lot of time for him trying to find these kills. I think that's what's going to undo him. Yeah, he spots the first. Actually doesn't spot the first, so didn't see the guy up there in the window. And
Yep,
is not going to win
spotted.
it. So I'm surprised that they brought it to that point. Honestly, let's face it, they didn't have much to work with. I don't know how they got those kills.
No, I really don't. But Cranky doing such amazing work with that CZ. He also had the Kevlar, but picking up those early kills, I mean, especially the kill on Zero Chance in that A main area was really important. And then also, I think it was Blaze that he took out. Well, yeah, it was Blaze that he took out as well. So some really important kills and really hurting the economy of the T side.
Indeed. So if you just joined us, of course, it's VS Gaming Masters. It's round 4. Online Kingdom versus Big 5. And Big 5, undoubtedly, at the end of last year, was probably the third best team behind Energy and Bravado. So you could almost say they're the second best team. It's just that we haven't seen much of them this year. They're not playing ESEA this year. So the information we've got to go off is kind of little. So it's really good to have the opportunity to see them in action. We of course saw them last Sunday with Wolf and Recoil's cast of Big 5 versus GG that Goliath Gaming took in 2-0 fashion, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, Big 5 lost to Goliath 2-0 in that game, if I'm not mistaken. Which I think was possibly a little bit disappointing considering the side that Big 5 has. But I mean, yet again, Goliath Gaming has also got some really strong
aggression. Very nice work from Cranky and Adora. Backing each other up there. They get the kill and the information, but meanwhile, Spartan continuing to be a terror on the entry side. Gets himself a kill. Yeah, Blaze, he's so well placed, yeah. Doesn't want to overextend, but he spots the player out, takes the battle, and the young player will win that battle, bringing it into a 4v3.
This is what I really love about the T side, especially what Big 5 are doing, is when they get onto the speed bomb side, they're pushing so far up and taking so much control that even from Connector, Online Kingdom need to start being concerned about, you know what, are there players right around you? You know, do I need to check every single angle when even entering the site to make sure that I don't get fragged out at all? And, you know, being able to push all the way down, you got to let those CTs check every single corner from the get-go, either from CT or from Connector, so that they really take that site well and so aggressively as well. And this is going to be the 4th round here for Big 5. Some really good work by them. Oh, Spartan counting it a little bit close there, boy.
Oh, he really does. Blaze also didn't realize how close he might have been to dying there. If there was 2 more seconds on the clock, he was going to go down. But they keep the AWP, so they've got something to buy around. I'd be interested to see whether maybe they drop it to Adara, considering he tends to be the guy with the big green. But it looks like Alpha's going to hang on to it. And I keep wanting to call them Team B and Team A because the name's not changing. It's really wrecking me, man. I'm too tired for this, man. But
Too tired. I think you need to get somebody to make you a cup of coffee and get it delivered. So if you want to be really nice, Uber Eats Extreme some coffee.
do you think an Uber Eats driver would actually take a coffee? He'd probably be like, no, this is wasting my time. Surely.
Well, I mean, maybe coffee and
Oh,
some
jeez. Zero chance. Rolling back the ears there and peeling back the scalp of Adora there with that AWP.
Oh, that's going to look really great on his shelf. That's that head. But zero chance. We were talking about possibly his fragging power, and I think he's just proved us wrong with that amazing headshot on such a very tiny angle as well to get that. I mean, to see his head, you probably only saw maybe 4 or 5 pixels, but he was able to pick out any one of those, which was going to be the headshot. And things are looking pretty good here for Big 5. They've got the body advantage and the execute here through the Ivy side, and Convict is going to find a kill on Somber.
I feel like Auto Director knows something we don't know or something, because it's just like keeps looking at them for some reason. I don't know why.
At least this time,
okay, Gully got a kill. There we go. Auto Director does exist for an actual reasonable purpose.
Yeah, well, at least this time. There's a couple of times where Auto Director knows absolutely nothing about what's going on in CS.
But he got a
As
kill, but it didn't show him after switching to him all those times. Does that make any sense to you?
no, this makes no sense whatsoever. But Gully holding you in kitchen, gonna try and save this
Oh.
AK. Oh, he has spotted Blaze. He does actually get the shot there.
Oh,
Ooh,
that was
zero
dangerous.
chance.
But Zero Chance swats him down. So Big 5 here, 5-2 in this VS Gaming Masters matchup. I do hope it is better than the XD versus APG game. I didn't see it because we were still traveling back from Nelspruit. I haven't seen any CS today. It's bad. I just watched the first map of VP versus Mousesports in the V4 Esports. What's it? Future Esports Festival.
Yeah, Future Esports Festival or something. But I'm just happy that VPR actually found their way into a final. It gives me reminiscence of the good old 2016.
The good old 2016, and maybe that's what Zero Chance is doing. Yeah, also rolling back the years to then. Blaze gets a nice entry. Spartan also jumping in with a pretty important kill there. And at this point, nothing working out for Online Kingdom. Spartan adding another to make it a double. I think it's save time for Online Kingdom. They look so good against Goliath Gaming on this particular map, but here, Big 5 being a lot slower and more deliberate than the way that Goliath like to play, and it seems to be countering on Online Kingdom's aggression.
Yeah, and it even looks like I think Online Kingdom are going to be taking a timeout as well. I think they need to discuss and actually find out what's going wrong, because Big 5, especially on this A site, they have been executing and they're getting so much aggression onto there, and they're finding these opening frags, 2 or 3 frags, and immediately taking down that site with either the full team alive or maybe just one player down. And it's just doing wonders for the battle of the site. Oh, and Blaze just takes down Gully as well. Not going to be saving any weapon there. And okay, Alpha is going to be saving this AWP most likely. Oh, okay. So yeah, so he's going to save it. But I mean, there's just been so much aggression as well by this Big 5 side that I think Online Kingdom just need to maybe just have a timeout and actually sit and discuss what is going wrong. Why are Big 5 being allowed to get onto the site and taking control of it so early?
Yeah, they definitely need to figure that out, and probably all sorts of other things as well, considering they've been taking a fair bit of pain. 6-2. Yes, Gaming Masters. Second game we're casting in Masters, and third game we're casting together overall. Well, you're not a CS caster, but you're doing fantastic. He is a CS player, however, and he's just cleaning them up.
Spartan with 2 frags here, and this is going to be the big bomb site. There's not a soul on there.
Oh,
and he just taps
Spartan.
away, and Alpha is also just gotten rid of. He's deleted off this map, and it's just learn. What is it? It's Orator, huh? It's Somber.
It's Orator. A
Yeah, so
somber Orator.
A somber Orator at the end of the day, but he has been able to get himself an AK, so he's not going to be too somber. But I don't know how long he's going to be able to keep that, considering if I was Big 5, I think maybe it's worthwhile chasing him down.
Yeah, it could work out for them here. Probing around. They've got so much money, it doesn't really matter how many bodies they throw at him either. So I think from their point of view, they're probably going to look to get aggressive. We'll have to see whether they get him or not. But does it really matter or not? No, because
No.
at this stage it's going to be 7-2, and if you're Online Kingdom, you've got to be a bit worried with the way things have been going so far. Big 5 going to find him after all. Spartan there ends up with the quad kill. He's looking good. And the thing that you've got to say about Spartan as a player is he has this quality about him that if he's having a good day, he has a fantastic day. He's one of those players when he's feeling it, he can tear teams apart. And I haven't seen Spartan play like this in probably a good 6 months. So I'm excited to see what he's going to do, because he was disappointing in towards the tail end of ESL Africa Season 2. He was disappointing in the ESEA final as well. And here, he's looking great. I'm happy to see that. There's Convict taking a bit of damage, but Spartan doing it again.
He's just getting these opening frags, and he's doing so well. ADR of already 134. He's just looking so strong, and he's just continuing, pushing his way onto these sides, making sure that the rest of his team can come in, get good afterpods, and there he gets another one on Orator down in the Ivy area, and Alpha's got this AWP. But I mean, if you're going up against Spartan, considering how good he looks, I would even consider, you know what, just trying and not to take him. And look at this afterpod. Yeah,
those shots.
Alpha and Orator picking up some really good frags here. As he's all of a sudden brought it back, and Blair is at least going to take down Sully, or Gully at least, and Lighters is going to remove Alpha, and Lighters is just going to close out the round here with the kill on Adaro, and it's going to be 8 rounds to Big 5. Big 5 looking so strong at this point.
Absolutely. They got the double AWP living on T side as well, which is interesting. Light isn't really known as an AWPer. Zero Chance was an AWPer, but he's not in the official starting lineup. So interesting to see that they're persisting with a double AWP here. But I guess they're feeling so confident at this stage. There's no reason to throw away a perfectly good weapon. And for, well, Online Kingdom, those perfectly good weapons are CZs and they are OP. But I'm not feeling it, man. Online Kingdom taking a beating.
Yeah, I mean, if the pistols aren't working, I would actually feel much happier if they were to keep the USPs or the P2000s, whatever the pistol of choice may be, and giving them possibly additional utility going into the next round, because maybe that's what they're needing. Maybe they're not using the utility, properly in order to stop Big Five from executing onto these sides. I mean, look, here we're going to see it execute onto the B side, and Blaze is just going to destroy Gully. Adara is alive, but he does tap away, and he finds the head of Spartan as well. He taps away, and he gets Blaze as well. This is a fantastic. It's now a 3v2, and this is very winnable again now for Online Kingdom. This is maybe the round that they needed in order to get back.
Cranky.
He taps away, and Lighters is also destroyed, and he taps away again, and he
Cranky.
finds the kill. Cranky, absolutely insane here. 4K for him, and he saves the AWP as well. 10 kills. He's looking so strong, and Online Kingdom bring it back by an additional round. It's still 8-3 though to Big Five.
Only guy here with a positive KD for Online Kingdom, Cranky with the hero plays. The last time we saw them on this map, of course, Gully was the guy that was the heavy hitter, so he definitely needs to show up a little bit more here. Dora's had a few flashes here. He might be also tired because he was at the same event I was at, and it's a long drive and it was a late night, so I can feel him. And he felt that. Zero Chance on a perfect angle there.
Zero Chance really showing how good he is by getting those frags, and Alpha is just going to get blazed out there, and Convict is just going to shut him down. And it's a 5v3 already for Big Five. Big Five looking so strong again. The aggression onto these sides. Oh, Convict has been able to wrap around through the CT train, and he finds double kills on Cranky and Orator. So Big Five again getting a site all alone with every single player alive, and it's just Gully left alone with this M4, and
they know where he is.
All the T's are going to chase him down, and Blaze is just going to take the scalp, put it back in his little cooler bag, take it home with him, and it's the 9th round here for Big Five.
Manav, I see you said you were playing retakes with Spartan today. He's pretty good at those, so I hope it went well for you, but it probably didn't. And if it went anything like this, I'm sure it didn't feel good. And it definitely doesn't feel good if you're Online Kingdom. The reset coming in, Spartan's on a tear, and overall, Big Five looking solid, looking a lot better than they looked versus Goliath Gaming.
Zero Chance getting opening frag, and Spartan is just going to collect another 2 openers. And as we were talking about how good Spartan is, he's really showing up here at this point in time. Already got 14 frags, so looking really good here. And he's just going to continue, just pushing his way onto this the red train. Taps away with the P250 and picks up the head of Samba. So things are looking really good. And Zero Chance just showing how good he is with that AWP as well. Picking himself up a 2K in that round. He's got 9 kills. And he's tied with the 3 other players on his side. But Spartan, 15 kills for 7 deaths already. He's looking so strong on this map.
Jeez. And how? Also good to see Blaze up there on the kill feed as well. He didn't feature too much from what I saw against Goliath Gaming. It almost feels to me like perhaps Goliath are the perfect foil to the deliberate slow style of Big Five, you know? They got all the aggression. And Online Kingdom seem to be the perfect foil to Goliath. So how does this work? They all beat each other but can't move their feet onto the next team. It's kind of crazy. But Zero Chance with quite a far back angle. He's hoping somebody's going to get aggressive here. Maybe respond to the noise cues coming in from Convict if he chooses to make them. But only one player in the B site, and they've been punished quite a bit here on the outside side. When they have had good rounds, it feels like some of it has happened towards the inside. In fact, the last time it was. Ooh, did he spot the gun barrel there? I think he may have. But now, Orator going on the aggressive peak here. Somehow doesn't get the kill, but will finally get it before being traded. So 4v4, yeah, Dara also took a bit of damage too.
Yep, Light is just running over his dead friend's body, picking up a little bit of utility that was left behind to make sure that they've got everything that they need to push onto what looks to be the B bomb site now. Alpha still hovering around this pop dog area, but oh, that's Molly that's going to push him out, and Zero Chance trying to make his way onto the B bomb site here. Going to be throwing his flashing sight, and this is going to be the execute. Gully holding very deep down, and he does get the kill. but Spartan finding the head. And it's going to be a 3v3. Spartan on very low health though, so still very winnable here for Online Kingdom. They do have a kit on Alpha, so they can definitely push, but they need to push together, and he is going to find the opening kill onto Lighters. Things are looking really good here. 0 chance. Just trading up there, reducing it back down to a 2v2. Spartan holding in the smoke, going to destroy Cranky, and 0 chance is going to close out the round once again. 11-3 to Big Five. Big Five once again looking so strong.
This is a letdown, man. I was expecting Online Kingdom to do better than this. I'm feeling let down, yeah, as I'm sure their fans are as well. I know they can do better than this, but Big Five clearly done a little bit of work on Online Kingdom. Not intimidated by them, of course. They've got all the experience in the world. Maybe an element of that alpha. I was saying maybe an element of intimidation coming in, but they're being super aggressive nonetheless. Lighter's fully flashed, gets himself a gully. Adara now goes looking, and he finds the headshot in the second bite and an AWP. And this could be big if he keeps pushing here. He's moving forward. And he goes for it, but he misses. Oh, jeez, I think he should have held the angle there. That was probably too aggressive from him.
Yeah, probably just a little bit too aggressive. I mean, he was trying to probably get some information, letting his team know how many more players there are down there by the Ivy area. But unfortunately, just coming out second there. But Lighters is on 7 HP as well, so he's looking pretty low. So still very winnable here for Online Kingdom. We do have a player that's still sitting in Ivy though. So we've got Samba holding that very close angle with that 5-7. So very strong, especially if he gets close. Oh, he doesn't get the kill onto Blaze. That is so unfortunate.
Burnt. He got absolutely burnt there by Blaze. That was just a crazy shot. That's why I was holding my breath. I was just like, there's no way this should be happening. And it did happen. Cranky, though, he's in a fantastic position here. He could cause some mayhem. They've got players everywhere. Just depends on if he can actually get back in. And actually, he's going to rotate out after that Molly forced him out. I thought he might stay there and look to come in. But he's moving it up. And the Kobe coming in meantime. And I think that pretty much seals it now. The angle from Convict's so dirty.
Ooh.
Yep.
That singular bullet.
It always looks better on as the final kill, because you never know, was he going to go for some kind of wild spray, because the game just pauses there and makes it look like a sexy one-tap, right?
Doesn't even need to. He just uses that sexy one-tap there of that AK, and it just removes the head, and it's now 12-3 at half-time to Big Five. Big Five looking so strong. I mean, have a look. Spartan 17 kills. And Blaze on 14, so really strong side here. And Big Five now on the CT side, and I wonder if we're going to be seeing as a dominant of a performance, or is Online Kingdom going to be able to come back and bring this game right back to possibly a 16-12, maybe a complete reverse sweep, or actually bring it through into overtime?
Breaking out through the smoke, they rushed through their own smoke, I think it was. And geez, 0 chance, in such a good position, but he runs out of bullets, goes back for more, and he finds them. Could he get the last one as well? That was so close. Gully.
Tap, boy, just tap, singular taps. Oh, Gully with the burst fire on the Glock, and 0 chance is eventually going to find the taps there. Blaze is rotating through here with Spartan, and he's going to find the first head, and now they know exactly where the last player is. They can actually start setting up the defuse, and the spam is going to be going through the smoke with that Glock. Oh, Adara finds the head, but unfortunately the bomb is going to be defused with that, there was a kit there at least as well. So that is going to be the 13th round here for Big Five. Big Five getting what, I don't know, you could call it a ninja defuse, I guess.
No, not really. I mean, there's plenty of backup there. The smoke down as well. They had the kits, so not under threat. I'd say the key guy there was 0 chance. The fact that he kept them so busy, managed to not die, and also picked up 2, put them in a pretty good position to take it. So for Online Kingdom on the 4 spy here, they're going with the hero AK on Adara. Interesting, he's the one guy without head armor, so that's an interesting one. I guess he must have purchased that himself then.
Yep, he was definitely wanting it for himself. He wants all the fame and glory. He wants to pick up those sexy one taps.
No, not as much. It must have caught a pixel or something. This game sometimes just completely wrecks one's expectations when it comes to the nade. So stacking up towards B here, and they've got a fair bit of utility to work with as well. This could be a round that they could get back, but tapping away as Lighters.
Yeah, Light is holding here at the back of the yellow train and just tapping away as Blaze does find a kill, but Gully is at least being able to trade it up, and Spartan once again finding a really important kill onto Adaro. and they're going to be pushing up here. And this is what I really like from Big Five. They're showing so much aggression here on this this train site. The Zomba getting a kill, but immediately traded out here. Gully tapping away with it. CZ going to run into the smoke, but not going to come out alive.
Oh, how did he hit that?
Find the kill.
Jeez.
But, that was such a wide swing, and he was eventually able to get the kill. But unfortunately, Elita's there just to trade him out. And this is going to be 14 rounds to Big Five.
I like the nice shot there from Spartan. Cranky saying thank you. And then a little bit of a acknowledgement of the power of the CZ. He really shouldn't have been able to hit that shot.
But the CZ is totally balanced, is it not?
Of course it is. Especially if it's pink for some reason. You know, Cranky's been doing some crazy work with the CZ so far. 14-3, VS Masters map 1. Whose map choice was this, by the way? I'm actually forgetting.
I think it was Big Five's pick, yeah?
Yeah, they are a team that really likes to play this map. I know Online Kingdom play it a fair bit too, so that's why it was a little bit in question for me. But Big Five's pick. So what is the next map we're going to?
If I'm not mistaken, it is Inferno that we're going to. No, it's Mirage.
Mirage, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so then I can't remember what the other... Oh, I was going to say, I don't know what the map is, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, as Kelly is going to find a kill, but he's going to be traded out here by Lighters. Lighters here holding in the Hell area. And Molly going to be going to the connector area. Completely flashed his Lighters and pushing further back into the CT train area. Oh, he's not going to check that corner, and Lighters going to destroy him, and Alpha is going to be taking up that. Cranky once again pushing through back, but zero chance with the backstab with that MP9, and that's just pretty much going to close out the round here. 15 rounds here to Big Five, and I really don't see much of a chance of Online Kingdom actually bringing it back in this round.
Yeah, and as it happens, one of those servers that doesn't have the GoTV relay delay, so it means that the next round was won and it was all over.
Yeah, we do apologize. Sorry about that, everyone, but I guess that is one of those things about the GoTV server, huh?
Yeah, we'll probably have to have a chat with the admins. I know this has been a feature of these particular servers for some years now. They probably need to add I'd say another 2-minute delay on it, just so that it doesn't switch the map. You know, when the maps, because we're on a delay, we're a few minutes behind, so it needs to continue before it automatically switches, unfortunately. So that is a bit of a sad one for Online Kingdom. Overall, taking a massive amount of pain there, and mostly Spartan being the one to dish it out. So what we will do is we will take a quick break, couple minutes, musical interlude, toilet break, coffee, chocolate, whatever you need to get, and come back and get map 2, because Online Kingdom's map is coming up, and they're going to be looking to strike back in this VS Masters fixture against B5.
I'm crawling under the city of angels. I'm further from my own. The lights grow stronger, the fight moves under. I'm breaking under fire. No one will hold you, hold you. Every time I look into your eyes, I see this angel deep inside. You've gone away, so far away from me. A special engagement, she lights up the pavement. She pays her toe to the throne. She calls a man on the phone and says, I'm not coming home. Another lonely soul to please. You told me it's what you want. Every time I look into your eyes, I see this angel deep inside. You've gone away, so far away. Every day I seem to realize you save me from this fight inside. You've gone away, so far away from me. Keep holding on to me. I don't know what went wrong. I can't believe she's gone. I can't breathe now that you're gone. She's gone away to the city. She's gone away to the lights. She's gone away. She's gone away to the city. She's gone away to the lights. She's gone away. In the city of angels, the city of angels, you've gone away so far away. In the city of angels, the city of angels, you've gone away so far away from me. I will medicate.
Cheers, greetings, CSGOers and Mr. Penguin. This is VS Masters. It's Big 5 versus Online Kingdom. Big 5 taking the first map pretty comprehensively. And we're not on Mirage, we're actually on Cobble. CT side here for Big 5.
Yeah, it was either a pick or a ban. I couldn't quite remember exactly what it was. But this is a cobble pick here for Online Kingdom. Haven't seen them on this map. But we're going to see them on their T side, pushing through Plateau already aggressively onto this B bomb side. And they're going to be taking it quite easily. And Big 5 are going to be playing retake, but Light is definitely not going to be retaking with any more people around. And he's going to be taking the head of Cranky, who looked so good on that train game.
They're not going to be expecting 3 people to be coming from behind here. And now they know about it. but they're getting the kills anyway. Online Kingdom doing some massive work. Gully, though, getting himself 2 there. And the 3 players coming from behind, the unexpected move out of Big 5. I thought it could be huge. Initially, it looked good, but from there, it's just evolved. And Gully with the triple kill, the hero Spartan dropping.
Exactly. Gully looking so good on the pistol, and the pistol round being so important for the TSA on the on Cobble side. And a very good start for them here, picking up the first round. And a good couple of UMPs, an MP7 coming out, as well as a Galil for Daru. So looking very good. Light is going to be picking up the scout from the get-go with this little bit of a force buy.
Yeah, they've not all fully forced as well, so that's interesting to see that he's fully investing Spartan, also fully investing in the rest not. So going through middle here, taking the fight into this crossfire, and the crossfire proving to be pretty big there. They don't seem to be aware of the positioning from the players there. Cranky, he's under a bit of pressure here, and he's trying to find where Lighters has gotten to. Shots ringing out everywhere, and people not getting hit. This is crazy stuff, but finally the kills will come in, bringing it into a 2v1. Spartan now on the retake with the UMP.
Yep, and he's coming from the mid area and a bit of a slope, but he does find Cranky already. So already in a good start. He's already picked up 2 kills, and he looked so good on that first match.
Oh,
what
he
a
needed
time
that.
to have to reload. But Gully definitely now knows where he is, and Spartan is going to come around pre-firing, and that is going to be the kill. And he's got enough time to defuse this bomb as well. So Spartan continuing exactly what he was doing on train, and picks up the round here for Big 5 on the full buy-up from the side of Online Kingdom. And it's going to tie up the score at 1-1.
Sigh. I don't even know how that happened, honestly. If I look at that there, Gully had this huge opportunity. Spartan caught reloading as he peeked him, and he didn't kill him. that was his round to win. Gully failing there, unfortunately, and that's allowed Spartan to get the triple kill and continuing his good form with the previous map. And the other thing I got to say is thank you for 24 of you for joining us tonight, considering V4 future esports festivals on with Virtus Pro and Mouseforce playing. You're here to watch us. So
Virtus Pro.
I don't know why you people are so crazy, but I appreciate that you're this crazy. Thanks for showing up for this VX Masters games. VS Masters game. It's a game, not games. Sorry.
Well, I mean,
more
it's
coffee.
a couple of games. I mean, it's a couple of maps, but it's a best of 3 game. I don't know. It's games. But what isn't a game is zero chance of skill that he's holding it there from the window side of drop. And picking up 2 kills here. Adaru running through the mid area is going to eventually find the head of Blaze and possibly pick up whatever gun there was there. Light is also just spamming it from the APC there, and just picking up a few kills. Zero chance picking up his 3k for the map, for this round at least, and going to be shutting out the round. And Big 5 on a 2-round streak at this point in time, and also money looking so good. Those SMGs doing so much work and just helping the piggy bank at the end of the day.
Absolutely, and thanks, Mr. Rob Bobson. You have the best name in the history of the universe. Thanks for showing up. Best name. So, of course, it is a save here for Online Kingdom, so I don't really expect them to be able to do too much. Maybe Gully with the CZ could do some damage here. Other question I have for you, Penguin. CS casting, Hearthstone casting, which one's Bay?
Which one's Bay?
Yes.
Well, I'm always still going to be Hearthstone, but I mean, Counter-Strike I'm really enjoying here. But Blaze, what he's really enjoying is helping his piggy bank, his Bitcoin wallet grow a little bit. Picking up 2 kills there. Cranky is going to eventually shut him down here. Light is going to wreck his face there with this UMP. He's going to be pushing down to lowers and also get rid of Somber. So Light is looking pretty strong, 3-1 to Big 5. And to still go back to your question, like, Counter-Strike I really enjoy, but I still think Hearthstone is going to be Bay at the end of the day.
Okay, this is your last cast with me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're going to have to get cut. You are the weakest link. Your flame will have to be extinguished. You'll be voted off the island. You are not my perfect match made in heaven on this episode of The Bachelor.
Oh.
I don't know how it got there, but it got there anyway. So
it got there somehow.
So it is a full buy versus a full buy here, man. Blaze
Yeah.
already taking a bit of damage.
Ooh,
But
I didn't know you could throw that smoke up there like
Did you
that.
just
I'm
learn
actually going to use that in MM.
Ooh,
Thank you so
that
much,
nade.
bro.
That landed in Adora's left eye socket.
That was in his pocket. He thought it was his iPhone and he was getting an iMessage, but in the end it was just an explosive HE grenade. And going down to 40, man, that is a lot of damage. And it's going to help the the M4s of the CT side because of the one tap only doing about 90 odd damage. So Gully picking up a kill there, and he's going to be able to find well, see Blaze, but just going to be shut down here. Cranky is just spamming through that smoke, hoping to pick up the player that's on plat there, which I believe is Spartan.
Indeed.
So Online Kingdom 4v3 in this 5th round. Things are looking pretty good for them. The bomb is still hovering back. They still haven't determined which side they want to go onto just yet, and that bomb can rotate to either. But it going through the like that lobby area and going down to mid, it does look like it's going to be an A execute here, and it's just going to be 0 chance on that site alone, and see if he's going to be able to hold up against the onslaught of Online Kingdom heading onto that site.
4v3 persists, but time is not on their side. 20 seconds to go, and they're executing here towards the A site. They need to find these kills, root out these CT players. The utility flying in. 13 seconds. They're really leaving this late, but there's the kill. Thankfully traded off in time, so the bomb plant will come in. Alpha also coming to the aid of his teammate. It's all on Spartan. You got to believe that Spartan can do it, considering what he's been doing so far. He is spotted though, and Spartan doing crazy work, shooting him the headshot through the wall. He knew where he was, of course, and unfortunately for Orator, he's on really low HP. He just needs to make sure that he catches the timing, and he's not. Spartan flicks over and cracks the whip there, named M4.
Spartan, the diffuser kit's right there. Maybe just the 2-zone on trying to defuse 7533-608. And Spartan going to be picking up the round there, as well as the MPP for Big 5 here. 4-1 to Big 5 on this CT side of Cobblestone. And you have to start thinking that Online Kingdom is starting to look a little bit shaky on this T side.
Yeah, this is a map that should actually, in theory, favor Ts. It generally does in the international meta. Of course, that's a few levels above this in terms of, overall level of play. But that being said, I'm going to go all theoretical, but I can't right now. Stuff's actually happening. Big 5 doing big damage, and Alpha roasting a little bit. Adara is going to go down to Convict, and so far Convict got himself 2, gets himself 3 in fact, and it's all on Cranky. I want to believe,
so well,
but I don't.
I want to believe as well, but at the end of the day, when you 1v5 and you performed really well in the last map, I don't know if you're quite 1v5 at that point in time. But I'm still surprised that Online Kingdom have not taken a pause at all.
Yeah, they did take 1 in the previous map, but yeah, I have not. And kind of where I was going with this is over the weekend at the Elite Pro 1337 LAN, I saw Cobble quite a few times, and what I saw pretty consistently, and Adara from Online Kingdom was, of course, playing there in a mixed team that eventually made it to the final. I will acknowledge that shot, yes. But in general, in ESA, you often see Cobble actually ending up CT side because teams don't seem to have T sides all that well prepared, even though it's quite hard to play CT by normal standards on this map. And is he gonna shoot him? Oh, he hits him through the smoke. Really, Lighters? Really?
Lighters, some people will say that you're hacking, and he's finding more, and he's going to get aggressive here, and Blaze is here to support him. This is perfect play here by Big 5. Making sure play isn't going to go down, and Blaze just shuts down Lighters' enemies that are chasing him down there, and Lighters survives on, I think it was like 4 HP or something at the end of the day. Money looking really, really good here for the CT side. You start swearing that they're Ethereum at this point in time, and Spartan once again looking so good on this Cobble map when he was looking so good on Train as well. 11 kills already. 11 for 2, which is really not bad. And Big 5, 6-1.
Lighters on the AWP, again, not something you always see, but he's doing pretty well with it. I'm assuming the 031 is kind of alluding to Durban.
I think so. Well, I'm not too sure. I don't really know dialing codes that well, as what seems to be a lot of utility being used here by the Ts and the CTs here onto this B bomb site. Convict holding closer to the pillar area is going to find a kill. Alpha is going to find Convict, and it's a 3v2, and Adaro finding it. And this is exactly what Online Kingdom needed. They needed to get onto a site where they have a majority advantage in terms of players. And it's just Blaze left alone in a 1v3, but he can still win. 2 players are incredibly low, and he's getting tagged up through the door there by Alpha. And I think they would definitely want to take the CT out, considering that they have to run, and this bomb can do a lot of damage. And considering that they're low, I don't think they want to lose the weapons that they have at this point in time.
Yeah, good call on that. Probably want to make it out there. It was potentially winnable for Blaze until he took that wall bang from the AWP, so for him just bugging out. And, well, money-wise, they've got enough that it doesn't even matter that he really needs to save, but I guess on low HP deciding not to. And the fact that 3 can possibly stay alive here for Online Kingdom is actually a huge boon for them, because their money wasn't good considering the pain they've been taking so far. So for them to keep 3 alive means they can actually start to build somewhat of an innings. They'll still be in danger of the reset, but at least it'll be less severe than it would have been otherwise. They do need this round though, because at this point 6-2, it feels like a similar position to where we were at on the previous map, and then it just sort of got away from them.
Yeah, exactly. So big 5 here, all full utility, 4 diffusers as well.
Are they
You see
going
a
to rush
lot of
this?
aggression
They
into
are.
this mid area here, and Lighters is going to find the first kill, and he's just going to continue throwing, and he's just going to be falling back. That Molly as well is going to stop Gully here. Lighters doing some incredible work finding the pick and also falling so far back. Gully is going to shut him down here, but Blaze is still hovering here around the near to mid area, and Spartan also just spamming through that smoke there. Unfortunately, not going to find anybody, but Orator is going to trade Gully, who fell down there, to 0 chance. And the bomb is going to go down here. 2v3, so still winnable here for Online Kingdom, but definitely the body disadvantage at this point in time. And Orator taking a little bit of damage, nothing too significant. Alpha finding the first kill, and he finds the second one there through the door there. Spartan shut down, and there's a 1v2 convict on the AWP. And I still need to wonder, like, do you actually go for this if you're convict? I mean, retaking with an
they got the
AWP
money.
is so difficult. Yep, Alpha.
I say
I
yes,
didn't hear
go
the
for
sound
it,
there.
but of course it didn't work out. I mean, it sounds horrible as you say, yeah, go for it, and he dies immediately. It kind of comes across as well. Yeah, he didn't know what he's talking about. But yeah, they got the money. You see, they come into the buy. They've lost 2 rounds in a row and still got the money for a full buy, all the utility they could need. But now what it means for the guys from Online Kingdom is they've won 2 back-to-back, and that starts to at least build somewhat of an innings and somewhat of an economy. They kept 2 alive. Remember the last time it was a 2v1, they lost it. This time they win.
Yeah, I mean, at least keeping more than one person alive, but I mean, it's not doing too well for the economy. They were lucky enough that 1 or 2 players were over 3k, so that's definitely helped them into this round, as we do see a couple of players push onto the long A area. Blaze is here. Ooh, he hasn't spotted any of them just yet, and he's got that smoke in the hands, and Orator is going to take advantage of that, just abusing him with that AK, as Blaze is taken down, and it's a 5v4 advantage.
There's a kill for Orator. Again, gets himself 2 so far, and you almost felt like 0 chance was going to peek into that AWP. Ends up not dying, but in the smoke, Adara is going to catch him, timing it perfectly. And Convict here alone, they shouldn't be peeking him 1 by 1, and this is giving him the fights that he wants. And he gets another with a P250. He's doing massive work here. This should never have happened. He is finally going to go down that, but 0 chance in with a chance thanks to the players being low, and he needs to find them now. The AWP ringing out. Alpha. He's missed 2 shots already.
Miss
This
so
is
many
crazy.
shots with the AWP. You cannot miss those kind of shots, especially with 0 chance still alive here. With this M4, he can easily bring this back.
Oh,
you
this
might
is
think
smart.
his name might be 0 chance,
This
but
is
he's
smart.
definitely got a chance in winning this. But this is so clever here by Online Kingdom, as you were saying. Just going to be able to rotate straight onto the B side, get this bomb down, and 0 chance. I think even though he's got the kit and all, I don't know if it's worthwhile trying to go for this.
Well, now Money is under pressure, but he's still in a 2v1. He'd probably have been called that the players might be low as well. Problem for him is he doesn't have any nades, so he's going to walk in here dry. Frankie should see him, and he does. He sees the gun poking out. And that's what Online Kingdom needs. 6-4 here. VS Gaming Masters, the second map. They got wrecked on the first map, and they're now in with a chance here on the second.
Yeah, Online Kingdom slowly but surely clawing them way back, and they seem to start finding a little bit more form here on this this T side. You can see they're starting to play a little bit better. They're trading out frags a lot better. They're applying a lot of aggression as well as soon as they're going onto the sites, which is what they weren't really able to do on T side. I mean, they didn't have many rounds, but you know, they really are applying a lot more pressure here. They're playing a lot better than what they were on train. And really excited to see what else they can do here. It's 6-4 here, as we're going to see they execute. Adara just destroying Convict, and they execute onto the side. Gully removing 0 chance here on the server. And Alpha is going to get the bomb down. This is going to be the bomb down here for Online Kingdom. And a 5v3, and it's just pistols. I think you might just wait on and save the armor that you might have.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. 3 of them now grouped up towards drops. That's probably going to be the boost. Yep. this is pretty standard what you see out of most teams try to catch them off by boosting. It seems like they're having a little bit of trouble there. That's quite funny to watch on the X-ray. I'm sure Spartan's like, come on guys, hurry it up, please. But they do get up there eventually, and Cranky with a nice off angle there, ready to stop him. He knows about the second as well, and he's going to extinguish Lidus too. So that's bringing it to 6-5, and Online Kingdom looking a lot better on this particular map. So pleased to see that for them, because it was a bit of a blowout in map 1 for Big 5.
Yeah, and this is Online Kingdom's pick as well. So looking really strong on their own pick. And they're starting to do some wonders for the economy. I mean, keeping all the players alive there. I mean, they only just need to refresh the utility that they used in the previous round. So starting to build up a little bit of an economy. I think if they go into this buy round here for Big 5 and they pick up a couple of good kills as well, they take the round with, say, 3 people alive, they will definitely have money to buy through to the end. So they won't need to stress too much about it. And they will just want to make sure that they control the economy of the CTs because of it being so volatile. Oh, that Molly is going to push. It's going to push up, but it looks like Orator was able to get away there unscathed.
Orator? How does he win this? Spartan saw him, shot first. Orator destroys him. And that nade, just giving him a little tickle down to 5 HP, the poor fella. He's not feeling so good on life support at the moment.
Yeah, a strong breeze towards him will pretty much take him out here. That Molly, I don't think it was meant to be there. But nevertheless, maybe they're just concerned about a player being pushed or being boosted up into that drop area, as Gully is going to be pushing up into here. Just going to check, making sure that no player was boosted there. So the bomb's still hovering around the drop area and the B plat, and we might just see an execute onto there. But I mean, as I say, that Horido is pushing through a long, going to be getting a lot of information for his side, saying, guys, I haven't seen anything out this side. There might just be a full stack on the side, so just be careful. And Zero Chance going to use a flash, and he's going to pick up a first kill here. He's going to be able to get the second. Unfortunately, can't get any more there, as Orator does close him down. Alpha.
They haven't checked the chicken coop.
Oh, this is so good. Your Convict finding the important frag, and he finds the second one there onto Alpha. And that is such a good play there, Convict. Just having the patience, just making sure that no other players there. And Orator is, I thought he was going to go down there to Blaze, but Adaro is going to pick up the kill, and he's going to get spammed through that door, and sitting pretty much on half HP at this point.
Doing big damage though. Staying alive, and he gets the kill as well. Light is coming for him too, and he punishes him. This is huge, because that means no weapons are saved. Look at the money for the CTs. They won the round, but their economy is destroyed.
Yeah, you would have definitely wanted their team to be alive, because they would have been able to buy, but unfortunately not going to be the case. It's just going to be SMGs, a little bit of there was a FAMAS I saw as well there, so there was definitely a FAMAS bought, so bit of confusion, but Zero Chance actually has taken it now. And as you mentioned, the economy is absolutely destroyed.
Yep. Absolutely destroyed. I think they'd want to take longer range engagements here, considering they know they've got a buy versus these guys, but they're rushing into the meat grinder again. And Spartan somehow not getting the kill. They're dancing around on plat, but Alpha finds the kill as well. That shouldn't happen. Gully also decimating the opposition, and it looked kind of shambolic as they went in there, but they got the kills nonetheless.
Lata's doing very well there at the drop area, picking up a kill with that MP7, so going to pick up the $600, and he's also going to be recovering an AK. I definitely think you would want to save this, considering the economy is in absolute shambles here for the CT side. And Gully holding here on the B plat, and he is just going to destroy Blaze. And Online Kingdom looking really good again. 6-7, still to Big 5, but they're really bringing this game back.
Situation means that the half win is very much on the cards here for Online Kingdom. And I'm not sure I agree with this call out of Big 5, choosing to force again here. So if essentially it's going to be 2 really sloppy buys whether they win or not. So difficult stuff, but deciding to go with it, and the weapon advantage firmly with Online Kingdom. It's interesting to see that all 5 of them actually stack towards this A site, and they're walking into a potential stack as well. They're doing it again, and the CZ is going to do huge damage. Lighters,
that was disgusting. He picks up 2 kills, but Horato is going to find the others. What a spray down there. Cranky doing quite a bit of damage there, and it's a 1v3. Adaro got the AWP.
Orator and Crank is still alive here, and Spartan alone with their P250. There was just so much chaos there in the mid area, and I don't think Lighter should have got nearly as many kills as he did with that CZ, but paying off for him. Spartan pushing out to the area there, but is just going to be destroyed here by Daro with that AWP. So 7-7, and as you mentioned, the half win very possible here for Online Kingdom.
The only saving grace there for Online Kingdom is the fact that they decided to go together, all five, towards the stack. You know, often when a team runs into a stack, they are still playing a default. They got two guys on the other side of the map. So the fact that they were there meant they had bodies and superior weaponry, but it nearly went completely wrong for them. So 7-all, yeah, against another force buy. 0 chance also boosting up, so this could be a potentially big one. But yeah, I'm still in awe of that spray transfer from Cranky. We were both kind of amused at that one.
Yeah, but 0 chance in such a good position here. And he's going to find the two, but he eventually gets picked out there by Gully, knowing that the player's there. But that's 2 people down for the price of 1. Very good trade here for Big 5. So unfortunately, not going to be able to recover any sort of weapons. But that is so good by 0 chance.
Here comes the flash from Convict. He's going to try to get his teammate to push up and potentially catch them off. And there goes the flash, but it's not gonna catch them at least. In their position, I would almost be tempted to smoke that area off myself and pick those weapons up and throw them away so that they can't hurt you with them.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, you do want to get those AKs as far away from the CT side. Don't give them any sort of chance into this round at all. I mean, you want to go into the half with the half win at least if you're Online Kingdom at this point in time. Got him making a little bit of noise as he was dropping there through the underpass, but he's going to get a Daro onto the side, just pipping away at Lighter's head with that AK. And this is going to be the executor. Blaze spamming over with that deagle through the area there, no, through the doors at least. Tags a little Gully a little bit, but not going to be too much else. Convict is just going to fall into the crosshair of the Daro here. And he's going to find the last 3 kills on Spartan and Blaze. And that is a great start here for Online Kingdom, picking up the win at the half, 8-7. Things are looking really, really good for them now.
Much better. This is the Online Kingdom I've seen before, the one you've seen before as well, and I'm sure the one that fans were expecting on that first map. So good to see them take the half win, moving over to CT side, and getting 8 on T is pretty good. It's going to work out for them, I think, if they can put together a decent T side. But of course, we know how good Spartan was looking on T with those entries. He was just in imperious form on the previous map, and if he continues that here, they're going to have a tough time.
Yep, definitely going to have a tough time at least. Tough time. But I mean, Online Kingdom, they're going to really need to pick up this pistol round as well, because pistol rounds often, well, generally would mean that you pick up the next 2 rounds after that if they want to get away or run ahead at least with this again.
Matchmaking starts down, drop to A. This is wonderful.
Yep.
I feel like it's 2016 again and we're playing matchmaking. Here we go. But it's working for them. Spartan gets the entry and he's been so good at that. We were talking about it. The bomb, though, on the ground. So Alpha potentially might catch someone off. And he does catch the bomb. That is pretty big.
That's just time that's going to be wasted for Big 5. But Spartan coming in big, and he might be able to find the third one, or the second one at least. 0 chance picking out the other. And it's just Orator left alone. When he finds the head, he needs to find these 1v1s. He needs to find the heads here of the Big 5 players, and it's still very winnable here for him. Bomb is going to go down. He doesn't have a kit, so he's really going to need to try and find these kills as quickly as possible. Big 5 are going to want to try and peek him at the exact same time. Orator thinking it was a flash, but it's just going to end up being a decoy. Going to be jumping and spamming that USPS, but not going to be finding a kill just yet. Blaze is going to eventually shut him down there with that Glock. Picking up the USPS at the end, getting rid of that little marshmallow gun that shoots Nerf bullets. And it's a pistol round here for Big 5, tying it up at 8-all.
Indeed, and to answer the question there from Chad, it is a BO3. This is a second map. Big 5 pretty much decimated them on map 1, but Online Kingdom definitely in with a shout here, winning the half previously before losing the pistol round here. So by coming in for Big 5, of course the team most people would favor to take this. Online Kingdom, however, got some of those hand cannons in the form of the Deagles, the CZ as well, that Gully was proving to be such a nuisance with on the previous map.
Yeah, Cranky also showed himself how dangerous he was with that USPS. Getting spammed through the smoke there, but Light is gets dropped down to 13, but eventually pulls out that Mac 10 and just spams through the smoke. Picks up a Daro, but health not looking too good here. Spartan in the drop area, and looks like Convict's already hiding in the smoke, thinking he's a little bit of a ninja. But Gully turns around, picks up the head of Convict, and he's going to score himself a nice Mac 10, so he might be able to do a little bit of damage with that. And it's a 4v4 still. Bomb still hovering around the B foyer areas, but I don't think it's still too early in the round to decide where that bomb is actually going to go.
Yeah, plenty of time for them to decide. Pistols are dangerous, though. The AKs, I think, could be the difference makers here for the terrorists. It's just about finding the information and then playing off of that. Of course, Lighters on 13 HP, which could potentially be an issue, and the lack of head armor for two of these Online Kingdom players as well could potentially catch them against those typewriters, the Mac 10s.
Never heard that term being used yet, but Zero Chance is just going to rush himself here into the drop area. Just completely just jumps down. Ooh, gets tagged
they're
by
low.
Alpha with a Deagle. And those Deagles can be so strong here. They're going to be able to find the entries. Gully is going to find Lighters, but Blaze is going to trade him out. And Horitz going to find Zero Chance at least as well. So 2v2, and still very possible here for Online Kingdom. Those Deagles can do so much damage. But Spartan is with that AK, and he finds the head already of Orator. Oh, Cranky finds the head. Just seeing him there. But goes for the shots, but Blaze is just going to shut him out there. I just couldn't believe that Spartan didn't see Cranky there. And Cranky just lining up, making sure that that crosshair was on the head, and then getting that one dig.
Very deliberate about getting the shots, but only one left alive there in the clutch for Big Five, but it's still a round win nonetheless. And it's good to see Orator at the top here. I think he kind of quietly got there. I don't recall huge highlights from him, but doing what he needed to do. And overall, both teams fairly even across the frags. A couple players maybe a little behind, but everybody doing well. Unfortunately, you're not going to do that well against a full buy with nothing but a couple P250s. At least he got a kill there.
Yeah, at least he got a kill there. I mean, you just really want to do some economy damage. But I mean, again, it was a player with the SMG, so I mean, it's not a huge loss for them. If it was a rifle, on the other hand, different story completely. But not going to be the case here. As a Lighters is just going to be destroying players with that 8K. And that's going to, be the B-bomb site here. And Big Five picking up another important round here. And this is going to most likely be the 10th round for them.
Should be money in the bank here. The $800 and the round win incoming. Gully going to be not long for this world. He'll get a kill or two if he's good with the timing. It does, in fact, a nice high kick there from Spartan. I'd give him at least a 7 out of 10 for that one.
7 out of 10? I think it's something that Chuck Norris would be pretty proud of, to be honest.
Yeah, it was styling, man. But yeah, in this situation, we're going to see the full buy come in the next round. Gully somehow dancing around and living it probably a bit longer than he should have, but full buy coming in, I'd expect to see the AWP in the hands of Adara if they can afford it. Gully the only one who can afford it, though, and it looks like they won't. So I actually thought they might have had a little bit more money then. Economic management not working out for them, so it'll be the M4s. And for Big Five, no AWP either, but, you know, AWP's not really necessary on the T side, so no issue there whatsoever. But at 10-8, again, considering the T side that Big Five usually do have, Online Kingdom need to get around on the board and in this half and do it pretty sharpish.
Yeah, definitely so. So Online Kingdom 8-10 in the favor of Big Five. Ooh, did Orator spot the legs there? I think he might have, and I think a Big Five has spotted him as well. And he does get a couple of taps onto the players there, but he's just going to rotate onto the A side, and it looks like it's going to be a quick execute onto this the A side from the underpass area.
What? He got a molly kill.
Lights is being cooked at Bride like it's Heritage Day, but Blaze picking up a kill, and Cranky is just going to come out from this A long area, pick up the head of Convict. Barton is slashing to the underpass area, or drop down at least. Does pick up the kill, but he's tagged down heavily down to 12, and it's a 3v3, and
they got
it's
the
still
bomb
very,
there.
very even.
You see on A side, they know where the bomb is, so this is a really, really confusing situation. You say 3v3, but it's all going to depend on who finds who, because nobody's really sure where anybody is at this stage, and that's going to help out the T side. Spartan now still here, and absolutely executes him there. But geez, that got really dicey for Big Five.
That was really, really close, and the fact that bomb went down there as well, I think threw so much confusion into that round as well. But Big Five coming out on tops there, 11-8. They're looking pretty strong, and considering the economy, just Convict being a little bit low as well as Lighters, but Blaze has got quite a bit of cash there. He's been managing his pension fund pretty well, and so there's definitely a good couple of buys here for Big Five if they were to lose this. But upgraded pistols here for Online Kingdom.
Oh, he gets two!
Alpha picking up two amazing kills there with the CZ. Zero chance tapping
How?
away with that Glock. And yeah, that was just impressive. 3v3 here.
Spartan
yeah,
going,
that's
how was
easy.
that possible? He doesn't spell was very well, but that's okay. And everybody's dying here. How is this happening? This round is falling apart. Convict now in a 1v3. Should pick himself up one here. Actually, Adoro now still alive, and he's so good with that deagle, you'd almost bank on it that he's going to land this headshot. Convict in so much trouble here. He's got the armor, he's got the AK, but there is only one of him and three of them.
There are three players that are slowly but surely pushing their way onto them. They know exactly where he is. He knows where the other players are, and he's just having to dance, trying to find the 1v1s. But Orator is just going to close him down eventually with that AK, taking his scalp with him. And three players still surviving here on the side of Online Kingdom, and then recovering three AKs as well is going to be huge for their economy, as it's only really Alpha that would need to buy up fully into this round. And that is a great way to possibly start a comeback and pull back into the lead here for Online Kingdom.
Yeah, impressive stuff. Probably shouldn't have happened. Couple of rounds of confusing happenings there and things not going as they probably should have, but still, we persist here. Drop control there for the terrorists. Meanwhile, taking a bit of map real estate here and getting sprayed through the smoke. Cranky doing some big damage, and he gets the response shots as well, so he knows he must have hit them. Oh, and he gets the kill as well. Cranky on it there.
Haters will say he is hacking, but Cranky picking up an amazing kill there on Convict. And those retaliation shots, as you mentioned, probably just giving away that he was picking up a little bit of damage there. Gully missing the head there of the players dropping down into drop here. Spartan especially, the danger player really for Big Five at this point in time. But 3v5 here for Big Five. Online Kingdom holding these sites solid as a rock here on Cobblestone, the second map, which is Online Kingdom's pick.
Yeah, looking much improved here on this particular map, and there's still a couple of dangerous weapons here alive for Big Five. Zero chance. I don't know if they know that he's in drop here. Gully playing it fairly passively, so he probably does. Orator with the boost, they're working out well. Drops down, and I thought he might get it, but now Zero Chance and Light is getting the kills, bringing it into a 3v2. And with that snake in the grass, Zero Chance in the connector there, it's going to be tough for them to rotate if they believe it's the A site. Cranky, though, entrenched, and that's going to be information that'll cause them to wait for this, and wait for it he does. Adora gets the kill. Beautiful Shaz picture as well, I must say.
Definitely is, but Zero Chance, the only player that's left, and I actually think that he's got zero chance of winning this round. 5 seconds left. He definitely doesn't want to die here, because he definitely wants to take some sort of money into the next round.
Yeah,
But,
if he dies after time, though, that means no money. So looks like he
yeah.
will survive all on his own. Hides in a corner, sucks his thumb, as one does. 11-10.
Probably rocking her back and forth a little bit.
In the fetal position, yeah, undoubtedly. So this is VS Gaming Masters, guys. We really thank you for joining us. If you're enjoying the stream, give us a like, give us a subscription, and send me some coffee, because I'm tired, because I came back from a 2-day LAN and haven't had a rest yet. So 11-10, and the Dooley's out for Spartan. He's fed up. And Convict matching it as well. It's high noon.
You think it's the Wild Wild West at this point in time. But oh wow, Gully actually just dropping a little bit further back from drop. I don't know why he didn't actually throw the smoke. Maybe just heard a cue and just decided to not.
So through middle they go. Hoping to get up close and personal with those dualies. Cranky deciding to hightail it out of there, but he might get caught. Somehow they don't shoot at him, and they get the kill. The CZ ringing out.
So Orator picking up 2 kills with this all-important M4, but Lighters is going to close him out with a P250, and Gully is at least come back into the mid area, and he's going to try and win this back. It's a 2v2, so still very possible here for Big Five to win it, and Convict alone with this P250 still near the long A area, but he has picked himself up an AK, and this may be very important for him to actually help Spartan win this round here.
You can see what he's trying to do there, create some space for Spartan to get away with the bomb and come in with the plant, because they're worried about somebody potentially being towards door or balcony. Plant will come in though. No armor on either of them there, so that will favor the CTs. It's just about finding the right engagements, because of course the AKs... Ooh, that nade actually misses him somehow. Oh, it does hit him. There was a second nade actually. Convict there knocking the first down and going back for the second. The spray control. How does he do that with no armor? The aim punch not doing enough there. They only hit him for 30. That was around stolen away by Big Five.
Yeah, that AK spray by Convict. I think if you ever wanted to see some really good spray, Convict can definitely show you there. I mean, that control that he had over that, spraying a little bit longer than what he would have liked, but eventually picking up the kill there. And it's a round, as you mentioned, stolen by Big Five here, and it's 12-10 to them. They're looking really, really strong. Again, another pistol buy. But Online Kingdom have been quite dominant with those pistols as well, so we can't count them out of this round at all with zero chance. Applying a lot of pressure here onto that B plat area.
Yeah, I'm not impressed by that previous round out of Online Kingdom. They needed to do better in that situation. Of course, you can't really blame them considering how powerful the pistols are in the game, but even in the 2v2, they had the advantage. There's no way that Convict should have been able to win that. But credit to him. He hit those shots. He did the crazy spray control. It worked out for them. And now Online Kingdom on pistols. Tough situation. It should be 13-10 here. Maybe they can do one of those rounds like they did not too long ago and like Big Five just did, to turn things around on the pistols.
Yeah, Orator just been pushed away from the underpass area. Gully going for the peak there on zero chance, but not too wide. Adaro picking up an amazing little tap there onto zero chance.
What? How does he live?
How did Alpha live? Like, I don't think the players actually knew he was...
What?
And he goes for the player that was being mollied there. Light is going down. Blaze does get the trade here. It's a 3v3, but these pistols so strong.
Oh my word. Again?
Adara, wonderful timing. Seeing that the nade going by, probably knew that the player was...
Is he timing out or something? Because he sort of got stuck on the corner there. That was weird. You should have been aware of those players coming through connector. But anyway, they're going to try to recover the bomb here. Tough situation for them. Cranky on the angle. Lands the shots with this easy. He's so good with this weapon. Do they know that Orator is here? Spartan going to be walking right into him. And again, the pistols. And now I've got to say, I'm not impressed with Big Five. What's going on, guys? The pistols just keep winning these rounds.
And look at the money here for the CT side. They can afford one huge buy here. Convict has got quite a bit of cash. He can probably drop a couple of pistols here for the rest of the side. But Big Five, as you mentioned, not an impressive round by them at all. As it's going to be the full CZ and a P250, 3 flashes as well as a smoke. And that just sounds like a B bomb side rush. But as I say that, I just look at my map and see they're all pretty much looking like they're wanting to go to the underpass area.
Yeah, it seems to be their target. A side has been fairly successful for them as well. They're still in the lead. And Online Kingdom been gradually creeping back into this. They're on pistol, so it automatically means they win the round, right?
No. Zero chance is going to be getting shots like that onto Samba. That smoke is just going to smoke off the cross area. And zero chance still just running onto site. And then Cranky is going to find 2 kills with this AK, looking so strong. And just holding around the wood area. I don't know if he's not just... Okay, well, it's not going to matter anymore. So it's just Convict alive. But he is going to spot him in the most awkward way. But Gully is just going to close out that round. And it's 12-12 now, being tied up here by Online Kingdom. And I'm just flabbergasted at this point in time because of that poor round that Big Five had. Not the last round, but the previous one.
Ooh, and they're going for the hero AK buy and forcing around it. It's interesting to see 3 of the players... Ooh, I don't know if your server's lagging like mine.
Yep, my server has also decided to lag completely.
Well, I like the movement there from Convict. It's quite determined despite the fact that we're not moving. So just to update you guys while we wait for the server, I guess, to unstick itself. First map did go very overwhelmingly to Big Five. Online Kingdom not really putting up much of a fight there.
I think it was 16-4, 16-5 or something.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly.
16-5. So over here, much closer. And I really hope it fixes itself. I don't know if we should maybe log out of the server and log back in, or... Never had it get stuck for this long.
Yeah, I don't think that is right. Let me just try. I've got the details still, so let me see if I'm able to.
You give it a go on your side, so that I don't log back into the server with all the server details in full view.
Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want people DDoSing these servers now.
Not that they will. All our viewers are wonderful people. Love you guys. Thanks for showing up. Do apologize
Don't,
for the server issues.
don't know about that Sargon guy, though.
Yeah, that Sargon guy, he is a church bench. But hey, he's
But,
a lovable church bench, though, isn't he?
That's
debatable, eh?
That's a strong word, lovable.
So give me an update. Can you get back into the server?
It's still busy loading in. It's retrieving game data.
Get better internet, please.
I'm sorry, I live in a bush. The best that I can deal with is these smoke signals.
Well, one thing I can say is I'm pretty proud of the quality of the video here, actually, for a home stream. 1080p 60 FPS, super high bitrate. It looks beautiful, guys. I'm just loving watching Convict bobbing here.
You get to see him bobbing, but I've typed in the details. Remember that big white screen that we were concerned about?
Oh,
It
no.
is showing that. I wonder if now the server has not bombed.
This is kind of disappointing considering this was a super exciting matchup as well on this particular map. Let me just check with the players and see what... Oh, CMD pause, he said. Yeah, he says that the server is command pause, so that means an admin would have to probably reset it, yeah. Let's see.
Ooh.
Let me just check with Alpha how long on that one, because that of course is not something that we want too much of. This is even better now. You need to zoom out and see the running going on. Yeah, there's some guys putting on the miles. They're losing
I wish I
weight.
could see that. But I can't. Oh, wait, there we go. I've been able to pick up. And I can zoom out and actually see everything that's going on here. Wow, the teaser. Who is this? It looks like some serious power walking here. Who's got the bomb on them? That's a
Now I've
Blaze.
killed
He's
it,
doing some
unfortunately. All the players have
Oh,
disappeared.
I've gone off, and Blazer's got some serious power walking skills here at this point in time. Also, power walking up the hill. He's pretty fit.
Yeah, just having a conversation with Alpha here, just trying to find out what's going on. Do apologize, guys.
Command pause. Hopefully they're able to sort that out really soon. I mean, as you mentioned, this map is looking so strong. I mean, it started off being 4-1 to Big 5, where they were just looking so strong once again. I mean, Online Kingdom won that, the pistol, and pretty much every single round after that was for Big 5. And they would just seem very shaky, but they've been able to slowly but surely bring it back. And they got the big half win for them, which was winning 8-7. And they started off well. They just dropped down a little bit, and I mean, back-to-back rounds by both of these sides where it just seemed like they had terrible rounds. They definitely knew that the opposition were on pistols alone, but they still played it poorly, which allowed the opposition to actually just clinch the rounds there, and often with 2 or 3 people still alive.
Yeah, it just shows you how powerful force buys are in CSGO at the moment. It's definitely not 2 years ago with the Tech 9 that had 24 bullets and all of that, and 32 bullets before that, I think it was, but it's still really powerful, yeah. And I just, again, you look at it and go, like, those round wins shouldn't have gone the way that they did, but the teams on the force buys did what they needed to do, and the guys with the rifles didn't clear their corners correctly and didn't take the right sort of engagements. Just too much in this game of running into choke points with rifles against pistols, so that's a little
those
disappointing
pistols.
there. I'm getting
The
an
pistol's
update.
so dangerous, especially at close range, especially that CZ.
Yeah, just on the actual server situation, what I'm being told, yeah, is that one of the players of Big 5 disconnected, some kind of connectivity issue, and because of the kind of server they're using, they've had to use an admin command CMD pause, so it makes the server look like this. So what it essentially means is we're waiting for a player to reconnect, and instead all we're going to do is watch Zero Chance run kind of like Rocky style here with the smoke in his hand.
I think a musical interlude with some Rocky music of him running would actually suit this pretty well right now.
What sort of like a
Like Chariots of Fire, I think would also be pretty good.
that could work as well. They're going to let us know when they're unpaused, so I do apologize there, but we will get back into it as soon as we can.
Yeah, I think we might as well just go to a musical break.
No, we can't. Alpha tells me
not?
they're going to be unpausing in the next few seconds. I know we wanted the musical break. We wanted the Chariots of Fire. You wanted to get my channel banned. Hey, they moved a little bit. Did you notice this?
Yeah. My FPS though, wow.
Is it wonderful?
I've dropped down heavily since I saw them move again.
That's interesting.
I mean, just alt tab and go back in.
Cool.
Because 9 frames is a little bit.
9 frames per second. That sounds wonderful. So, guys, again, apologies. It's actually because the players have paused and because of the style of server, it makes it look kind of silly. So we don't get the usual sort of pause signal mid-round. You know, I think the servers are configured to pause in between rounds and not allow you to pause mid-round. So because of the style of pause they've used, the command pause, it just means that it derps out a little bit like this. So we will be back with the game as soon as it comes through. I just got told they'll be unpausing, and it looks like they have unpaused. Are you back, Penguin?
I'm not back in game. It just looked terrible for me, so I'm loading back into the game. So I'm
Cool. Well, let me...
I know that you can give everybody.
Fantastic. Well, fast action happening right now into the B-bomb side and taking some big nades. Our big 5. Alpha with the weapon ringing out, but he does go down the trade. And it looks like Spartan's stuck in a corner somewhere, so on Adara and the rest of them to hold off these 3 players. Adara gets himself the kill here, probing about, but gets punished by Lighters. And in this situation, Cranky doing what he does best, coming in and wrecking faces, but Convict wrecking faces with that CZ. He's just destroyed them. It's on Orator, and it looks like Spartan is still timing out, so Orator needs to do something here in a 1v2 that's essentially a 1v1. This is really unfortunate for the big 5 guys.
Yeah, really unfortunate. It looks like Spartan is just, yeah, he's just frozen in time. Actually looks now that he was disconnected there. But I don't think the rules are going to affect it too much, considering that people have died since the DC.
Yeah, damage was dealt, so there's no way that they'll actually replay it. And now it's going to be on Convict. He's just hoping he can find a timing where he's able to cross. And for Orator, he's made the right call here. So let's just hope that he doesn't put himself in the situation where he second guesses and moves. And now he's starting to move. And I almost feel bad for him. The timing, it's you hate to see it, but he is in the sight at least. And he's going to spot him as well. So he gets the kill finally, but it got pretty dicey there considering. And for Online Kingdom facing the pistols again, we just keep saying it. The pistol's so powerful in this particular game. And
yeah, they're generally strong, but considering that they're actually so strong at the moment is just insane. Looks like Spartan has been able to connect again, but money is not looking that great for him. But he is going to be getting a P250 along with some utility in the form of those HEs and the Molotovs, just to make sure that he can keep corners clear. As we see a lot of utility used once again on this B plat area, a place that is generally pushed by the T's if they want to execute onto a site quickly.
Indeed, Gully here, the man in towards drop. And Spartan, he's been looking pretty good in this area of the map as well. So he does one damage with the nade. Seems legit. He's gonna receive nothing.
That nade did 3 damage to Spartan by the look of things.
Come on, man. What are these nades? Nobody getting hurt here. Tis but a scratch, and Gully being flashed in. The audio cues coming in. Spartan punishing him on a P250, rings his bell. And 10 HP on Gully, 12 HP on Spartan. Meanwhile, the bomb is there towards A long, and there's a pack of 3 wolves here looking to sink their teeth in towards these defenders in A site.
Yeah, as you can see, big 5, those 3 players pushing their way onto the A site. But they're going to be running into what looks like to be Gully and Cranky on that site there. And, sorry, well, Orator was there, but Spartan is going to be pushing out. But they're taken down there by Alpha, and it's going to be a 2v2. Alpha on really low HP, but they do have a kit at least. Convict is being backstabbed there by Adaru. So now a 2v1, 0 chance. The player last alive here. And he is going to be backstabbed by Adaro at the end. And this is going to be the 14th round here for Online Kingdom. They're looking so good here now. And that is going to take us into what looks to be an even closer map 2.
And again, a kit lying on the ground in front of him. We saw that a little bit earlier on as well. Spartan goes for the full defuse with the kit lying in front of him. But hey, 14-12, Online Kingdom looking good. And we're looking good for this game, possibly going their way. The buy will still come in, of course, for Big 5. But you got to say, Adara with the hero backstab there. His lucky Shaz picture serving him well.
Definitely. So Shaz showing that she can to hang with the best of them, and Online Kingdom proving exactly that in this matchup as well. As a lot of flashes and nades are going to be, well, just a single flash and a smoke going to be used into the underpass area. As Big Five look to take a little bit of map control here in the mid area, as Spartan also going into the drop area here, going to see if he can pick out Gully at all. But just running forward a little bit, just making sure he can peek. Going to be using the smoke to
Oh, he
smoke off
spots
window.
him. What?
Oh no, he didn't find the headshot at all. Nearly gave him a second win there. But Convict eventually gets down. Cranky does pick up lighters, but Convict is just going to trade him out here. And it's going to be a 4v3 and what looks to be the full execute here onto the A side. Convict hanging by the wood area. Ooh, a little bit of a peak there. But going to be traded out there. Blaze and Convict picking up really big kills here. And it's just going to be Adara left. He might be lucky with that with the picture of Shaz. But against 4 Big 5 players who are looking strong at this point in time, I don't know.
Yeah, he's got to say, there's really nothing for it. And considering the money situation, they could just about have a buy if he lives. If he doesn't live, then it's no buy. So, yeah, it's pretty much around for Big 5, doing some good work. And for Online Kingdom, they've got probably one more chance before they have to save. Adoro, though, going for the fight. This is kind of ballsy from him to do, and Zero Chance is going to be trying to come in with the backstab to take the weapon away. He should hear the drop, though.
Yeah, Dara definitely heard the drop, and he heard now where Zero Chance is, and he is going to get another kill there. And this is just doing a lot of damage against Big 5's economy. I mean, there's only going to be 2 players alive here, and I mean, they've lost a lot of weaponry. I mean, Zero Chance only with 3.6, Blaze with 3.8, and Lighters with 3.5. So I mean, even if they bought full Kevlar and helmet, they wouldn't be able to afford the AKs. So going to be interesting to see how they manage it. They do actually find it, but they're going to be lacking a little bit of utility here for Blaze at least.
Yeah, on the other side, however, they decided not to fully buy into it, which is interesting to see. So playing the longer game potentially, and I guess why wouldn't you, considering the pistols have been so good for you?
Yeah, the pistols have been so great here. I mean, Adara being boosted here into the basically to the top of mid, and just going to be peeking down with that AK, just going to spot any sort of players there. Convict is going to find that opening frag here, and Arito is going to trade him out there. Spartan is going to do the refrag, and he's going to go more aggressive and find the kill on Gully here. He's definitely being...
Oh!
Spartan, you beast, picking up a 4K there. Players pushing him into the underpot or into the pop
no.
or drop area. Oh, did the servers break again?
Oi, let me check with Alpha again. That is kind of disappointing if that is the case.
It's 14-14. Things are looking...
Oi. Okay, so it is another command admin pause coming in here, guys. So unfortunately, what that means is we'll have to wait and see. One player's probably disconnected again, so they've paused it mid-round.
I wonder if it's not... was it Convict that dropped previously?
Yeah, he's had a few issues. Spartan's also had issues as well. So in general, it's been, connectivity hasn't been fantastic for them, and you got a feel for them. Let me check who the player is. Maybe knowing who it is will soften the pain.
Yeah.
Probably not.
I think it will. No, it will definitely. I'm at least happy to see Lighters is playing with the ping that I play with. So, I feel that makes me a little bit of a pro, right?
Something like that. People flying around in the air here, which is kind of weird.
Oh, check out that. I've actually got your stream up and I can see exactly what it looks like as well.
Okay, apparently Spartan has timed out again, so it's Big 5 have actually paused the game like this. Yeah, I'd definitely like to have a chat with the admins and see if there's not a way to do this so that it's not quite so disruptive to the broadcast. But hey, what can you do, man? It happens, eh?
And talk about a time to drop. After that amazing 4K that you had in drop area, it's feels a little bit bad.
It does. So tied at the moment, and you'd expect the buy to come in for Online Kingdom in the next round. Of course, there's really no buffer for them. Whoever loses the next round, it's pretty much backs against the wall territory. I do think, though, for Big 5, if we look at the money, they would still be able to buy if they lost the round, whereas I think on the other side, things would be somewhat more dire if they lost the round. Then it would be pretty much game over for them. But also the possibility of overtime. There's no way we can discount that possibility from happening.
Yep, overtime is still definitely a possibility. But as you mentioned, Big Five economy suiting them a little bit more. And Spartan, once again, I mean, if you can pull up the stats, Spartan really showing again why he is looking to be like an MVP at this moment in time. I mean, he also had something like 25, 26 frags on train in that game where Big Five won 16-5. And then on this second map here with 25 kills, he's just looking so strong at this point in time.
Yeah, he is looking really good, and it's good to see Spartan playing like this as well. As I was saying earlier, we haven't really seen him in this kind of form for a long time. He's been spoken of well in on various panels and articles. I've done a few where I've mentioned him as one of the key players for the Big Five team, and when he's on form, he can unlock any defense on that T side. But when he's not, it's really difficult. And just an update on the information: they're going to be unpausing in a few seconds, so that'll translate to probably a little bit more than a few seconds for us because we're on a slight delay, but it will be going back to the game shortly, so we do apologize for the delay, guys.
Yeah, we do apologize. I don't think Mike is as apologetic as I am, but it's also because he's been casting CS for an entire, 5-6 days in a row so far?
Something like
and
that.
And a whole long weekend?
Yeah, finished last night at 12:30 in the AM, so... it was a pretty late one, the Elite Pro 1337 LAN. Elite Pro's first team winning it over a mixed team comprising of some players from Skeletons again, Online Kingdom, the Elite Pro second team, and Sinister 5 actually was the other team. So Adara was in that team. He's probably pretty tired, but he's looking pretty good nonetheless.
You see Jared Becker in a chat saying, you better apologize.
Won't.
I'm going to see if I do the connect command.
We're back.
See if I doesn't bring it back.
We're back. You don't need to do the connect command. We
You
are
see,
back.
Yeah, as I do it though, I see that we actually have decided to
Get wrecked, Penguin.
to come back. Yeah,
It's what you deserve.
Jeez, that's very nice. But what's very nice here is that it's 14-14 at this point in time, and we're going to see a 4 spy here by Online Kingdom, a couple of FAMASas, M4A1S and the M4A4, and Adara being boosted here into the long A, into what is this actual little boost area called?
Oh, it's just the boost. The long
just
A boost.
the
People
boost.
just call it boost. I've never really heard much. A ledge, a flower pot. It's not a flower pot, by the way. Don't call it that. But
Don't call it the flower pot. People will be a little bit confused. But what isn't
well, what isn't confusing, as you were saying, Zero Chance. He's probing about, forcing them off, and meanwhile, on the other side of the map, the aggression off A site finds them a kill, and that's going to give them all the information they need. They know this is all about the B site now. The bomb plant now down will confirm that for them in the retake. They've got the numbers, but they don't have the HP. Gully, though, being the hero, gets the first, but not able to get the second. And HP will still be an issue. They've got some utility to get themselves in position here. I think I may have lost Penguin. I don't know. Not.
Yeah, you lost me for a second, but I am back.
1v1.
Yeah,
Let's talk about the game, man. And 14 HP on Zero Chance. He's getting hit low, but he goes for the fight, gets the triple kill, gets the round, takes it to 15. And you got to feel like Big Five have this now.
Oh, Zero Chance finding that 1v1. Just peeking outside a chicken coop at the last moment there. And picking out the important win there.
And
So it looks
another
like there's
player
a-
timing out.
Is there a pause? Okay, it doesn't look like they're going to be doing...
Yeah, it looks like the pause call came in a bit too late. But there we go. 15-14. Big Five on map and series point here. Poised to take the match. And for Online
Yeah.
Kingdom, they're suffering a little bit when it comes to the weaponry here. But they want to take it to overtime, keep it alive, and maybe go to that third map.
Yeah, Gale looks like he's being boosted here into the boost area here, into the drop
Jump.
from a lower tower.
He gets it finally. A couple players having a problem with that so far. It's going to get him some
Eventually getting
information.
up there. But Cranky finding 2 kills, Convict only just now trading out, and he's going to find a second as well. And this looks like it's going to be the announcement to go onto this this A site here, and Alpha is going to be destroyed as well. And as you mentioned, this does look like it might just be the round here for Big Five. They're on match point here, unless it's going to be going through to overtime here. And it's just Gully and Adara left. Gully picking up an important kill, though, bringing it back into a 2v2. Zero Chance and Convict both hovering around the long area. And, Zero Chance has spotted the one player.
No, the nade misses. Both
That nade
players
was so
super low.
close.
And Gully, he's going to get dropped by Convict. Fantastic shot out of him. And Nadara, on no HP, gets the kill, but then gets traded. Unfortunate there. And 16-14 here for Big Five. So close for Online Kingdom, but they're not able to carry it across the line, unfortunately. And looking at the player scores there, some good performances all around.
Yeah, so some really good performances there. I mean, Spartan, once again, just showing how strong of a player he was, taking his, basically the momentum that he had from Train already onto the map as well for Cobblestone, and just really showing how strong he is. I mean, Online Kingdom didn't do much wrong after the half, besides that one really poor round where Big Five were on pistols, and they basically threw that round because they weren't checking some important key areas. And the follow round thereafter was that Big Five did the exact same thing wrong. So besides that, I don't think that Online Kingdom did anything wrong. It's just at the end of the day, Big Five showing up on the day, especially Spartan.
Yeah, especially Spartan. And if you look at it overall, it kind of makes a confusing case for who is really good in South African CSGO right now. We know Energy are good, of course, but I mean, Goliath Gaming 2-0 Big Five. Goliath lost to Online Kingdom in ESEA and were taken to double, I think triple overtime, in fact, by Online Kingdom in Masters the last time they played. So, you know, it all sort of seems confusing as to kind of where do we really stand. And we need a bit more of the season to figure that out, of course. But overall, Spartan, the MVP of the day, he's played fantastically across both maps. First map was dominant there for Big Five. Second map, far closer. I really thought Online Kingdom had it. But heartbreak for them in the end. We don't go to the third map, and the victory comes in for Big Five. So, good evening, CS. And any final thoughts there, Penguin?
No, I'm just really happy that Big Five are starting to get some form going, and if Spartan can continue to play like he is, Big Five are definitely in the runnings to be one of the top 2 teams in the country if they're not already there.
Oh, of course they are. They are. They should be the de facto second best team in the country. It just hasn't felt like that with, of course, Goliath Gaming knocking them over recently. But overall, exciting times. Lots to learn. More games to cast. More to watch to understand where everyone sits relatively to each other. And, of course, more VS Gaming Masters coming your way in the future. So that's been myself, Extremes, and Penguin, bringing you VS Gaming Masters this Sunday night. We'll catch you for some more games next week. It's ESEA playoffs coming up in South Africa and in Europe. So myself and Prof will be doing some of that. Anthrax will be getting involved. And, of course, myself and Penguin will do more VS Masters next week. So plenty of casting coming your way.
Yeah, just talking about some upcoming matches for Big Five. Tomorrow, they play against Severe CSGO. And on the 28th, so Wednesday, they'll be playing against XD Gaming. So they've got a lot of CS coming up now. Around the corner. So, I mean, if Spartan can continue carrying this form along with him and also Blaze, then those teams are really going to have to watch out, because Big Five then have the opportunity to potentially just run away with those games.
Absolutely. Exciting stuff to come from them. But that is it from us tonight, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And give us a subscribe, give us a like, and give us a warm goodbye. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, everyone.